Welcome to uCertify CompTIA Network Plus Must-Know Glossary Terms. Part 2. Term, data at rest. Definition, refers to inactive data that is stored physically on any digital medium, such as hard drives, databases, or backups, and is not actively being used, processed, or transmitted. Term, data center interconnect, DCI. Definition, a feature of VXLAN that enables the extension of Layer 2 networks across geographically dispersed data centers, facilitating seamless connectivity and workload mobility. Term, data in transit. Definition, digital information actively moving between locations, such as across the internet or within private networks, often requiring encryption to protect it from interception or unauthorized access. Term, data in use. Definition, data actively being processed, accessed, or updated by applications, systems, or users within a computing environment. Term, data link layer. Definition, Layer 2 of the OSI model, which is concerned with packaging data into frames and transmitting those frames on a network, performing error detection/correction, uniquely identifying network devices with an address, and handling flow control. Term, data locality. Definition, the practice of storing data within specific geographic boundaries, which is crucial for regulatory compliance. Term, decommissioning. Definition, the systematic process of safely retiring and dismantling a system, asset, or facility from active service, ensuring proper disposal or repurposing, and mitigation of any associated risks. Term, default route. Definition, a network route used by a router to forward packets when no specific route to the destination is found in the routing table. Term, denial of service, DOS. Definition, a type of attack that floods a system with an excessive amount of traffic or requests, consuming the system's processing resources and preventing the system from responding to many legitimate requests. Term, desktop as a service, DAS. Definition, a cloud computing offering that delivers virtual desktop environments to users over the internet, allowing access to applications and data from any device, anywhere. Term, device hardening. Definition, the process of securing a device by reducing its attack surface through the implementation of security measures, such as disabling unnecessary services, applying patches, and configuring security settings. Term, DHCP relay. Definition, a device, often a router or a server, that can convert broadcast DHCP discover messages to unicast packets so that they can be forwarded to a DHCP server on another TCP/IP subnet. Term, DHCP reservation. Definition, a configuration that assigns a specific IP address to a particular device based on its MAC address, ensuring that the device always receives the same IP address from the DHCP server. Term, dig. Definition, a command that can resolve a fully qualified domain name, FQDN, to an IP address on Unix hosts. Term, direct attach copper, DAC, cable. Definition, a high-speed, cost-effective cable used to connect network devices in data centers and enterprise networks directly, typically within short distances up to 7 meters. It combines transceivers and copper cabling in a single fixed assembly, eliminating the need for separate optical transceivers and fiber optic cables. Term, direct connect. Definition, a dedicated network service that establishes private, high-speed, and reliable connections between an organization's on-premises data center or network and the AWS cloud. Direct Connect enables secure and consistent access to AWS resources with reduced latency and increased data transfer efficiency. Term, directional antenna. Definition, a type of antenna that focuses its signal in a specific direction, providing increased signal strength and range in that direction while reducing interference from other directions. Term, distributed denial of service, DDoS. Definition, an attack that can increase the amount of traffic flooded to a target system. Specifically, an attacker compromises multiple systems, and those compromised systems, called zombies, can be instructed by the attacker to simultaneously launch a DDoS attack against a target system. Term: distribution/aggregation layer. Definition: a layer in the three-tier hierarchical network design that is concerned with routing traffic to remote destinations. Term: divide and conquer troubleshooting. Definition: a troubleshooting methodology in which an engineer starts at a precise layer of the OSI model based on information collected. The engineer might move up or down from that layer after discovering more information. Term: DNS over HTTPS, DO. Definition: a protocol that encrypts DNS queries by sending them over HTTPS, enhancing privacy and security by preventing eavesdroppers from seeing the websites you are trying to visit. Term: DNS over TLS, DOT. Definition: a protocol that encrypts DNS queries by sending them over Transport Security Layer, TLS, enhancing privacy and security by preventing eavesdroppers from viewing or tampering with your DNS requests. Term: DNS poisoning. Definition: the introduction of false data into the DNS system. Term: DNS record types. Definition: specific kinds of data entries in the DNS system that define various aspects of a domain, such as its IP address, A record, mail servers, MX record, or alias names, CNAME record. Term: DNS spoofing. Definition: a cyber attack where an attacker alters DNS records to redirect users to fraudulent websites, often to steal sensitive information or distribute malware. Term: domain name security extensions, DNSSC. Definition: a security protocol that adds digital signatures to DNS data to ensure its authenticity and integrity, protecting against attacks like spoofing and redirecting users to malicious sites. Term: domain name system, DNS. Definition: a system that resolves a domain name, for example, www.ciscopress.com, to a corresponding IP address, for example, 159.182.74.49. Term: drops. Definition: errors that occur when packets are discarded by a network interface due to congestion, buffer overflow, or other issues, leading to packet loss and reduced performance. Term: dual stack. Definition: the ability of a network interface to run multiple protocols, such as IPv4 and IPv6. Term: dumpster diving. Definition: a social engineering tactic where individuals sift through discarded materials to obtain sensitive information for malicious use, such as identity theft or corporate espionage. Term: dynamic host configuration protocol, DHCP. Definition: a protocol that dynamically assigns IP address information, for example, IP address, subnet mask, DNS server's IP address, and default gateway's IP address, to network devices. Term: dynamic inventory. Definition: a feature of IAC automation that allows the infrastructure to be dynamically discovered and managed based on current configurations and states. Term: dynamic routing. Definition: the process of distributing network prefix information through a network so that traffic can be forwarded to network destinations. The opposite approach to dynamic routing is static routing, where an administrator trains a network device how to reach network destinations. Term: east-west traffic flow. Definition: the horizontal flow of traffic between devices in a data center. Term: elasticity. Definition: the ability of a cloud solution to grow and shrink as needed. Term: encapsulating security payload, ESP. Definition: an IPsec protocol that provides authentication, integrity, and encryption services. Term: encryption. Definition: the process of converting data into a coded format to prevent unauthorized access, ensuring that only those with the correct decryption key can read the information. Term: end of life, EOL. Definition: the point at which a product, service, or system is no longer supported, updated, or sold by the manufacturer, often leading to its phase-out or replacement. Term: End of Support, EOS. Definition: the point at which a vendor ceases to provide maintenance, updates, or technical support for a product or service, making it more vulnerable to security risks and operational issues. Term: Enhanced Form Factor Pluggable, SFP+. Definition: a compact, hot-swappable transceiver designed to support 100/1000 Mbps Ethernet, 10 gigabits Ethernet, Fiber Channel, and SONET, among other communication standards. Term: Enhanced Interior Gateway Routing Protocol, EIGRP. Definition: a Cisco proprietary protocol that is popular in Cisco-only networks but less popular in mixed-vendor networks. Like OSPF, EIGRP is an Interior Gateway Protocol, IGP, with very fast convergence and high scalability. EIGRP is considered to be an advanced distance vector or a hybrid routing protocol. Term: Enhanced Quad Small Form Factor Pluggable, QSF+. Definition: a compact, hot-swappable transceiver that supports Ethernet, Fiber Channel, InfiniBand, and SONET SDH standards with different data rate options. Term: Error Disabled. Definition: a state in which a network device automatically disables a port or interface due to the detection of a critical error or security violation, preventing further network issues or unauthorized access. Term: Ethernet. Definition: a Layer 1 technology developed by Xerox that encompasses a variety of standards that specify various media types, speeds, and distance limitations. Term: Evil Twin. Definition: a device that is postured to appear like a legitimate access point on a network to carry out a wireless attack. Term: Exclusion Range. Definition: a range of IP addresses that are not assigned to clients of a network to avoid leasing out addresses that are statically assigned to servers or routers. Term: Exploit. Definition: a detailed description of what exactly occurred with a security breach. An exploit often describes the most likely attacker, the technology used, and any vulnerabilities or misconfigurations that made it possible. Term: Extended Service Set Identifier, ESSID. Definition: a unique identifier assigned to a Wi-Fi network to distinguish it from other networks and is used by devices to connect to the desired wireless network within a larger network infrastructure. Term: F-type connector. Definition: a connector used for cable, satellite, and fixed wireless internet and TV service. F connectors can be crimped or attached via compression to coaxial cable. Term: Fiber Distribution Panel. Definition: a networking panel used for accommodating fiber cable terminations, connections, and patching. Term: Fiber Channel, FC. A high-speed network technology primarily used for storage area networks, SANs, to facilitate fast, reliable data transfer between computer data storage devices and servers. It supports data rates up to 128 gigabits per second and is known for its low latency and robust performance in enterprise environments. File Transfer Protocol, FTP. A standard network protocol used to transfer files between a client and a server over a TCP/IP network. Notice there is no focus on security with the FTP protocol. Term: Fire Suppression. Definition: the systems and methods used to extinguish or prevent the spread of fires, typically involving the use of water, chemical agents, or inert gases. Term: Firewall. Definition: primarily a network security appliance that can protect a trusted network, for example a corporate LAN, from an untrusted network, for example the Internet, by allowing the trusted network to send traffic into the untrusted network and receive the return traffic from the untrusted network, while blocking traffic for sessions that were initiated on the untrusted network. Term: Firmware Updates. Definition: enhancements or corrections applied to the software embedded within hardware devices to improve functionality and security. Term: First Hop Redundancy Protocol, FHRP. A protocol that permits redundancy for the Layer 3 gateway function. There are several protocols to choose from in this category. Term, flow data. Definition, a collection of details about conversations happening across your network. For example, systems that are communicating and how much data they're exchanging. Term, forward lookup zone. Definition, a database that maps domain names to their corresponding IP addresses. Term, full tunnel. Definition, a type of VPN design in which all traffic is sent down the VPN connection. See also split tunnel. Term, full duplex. Definition, a connection that allows a device to simultaneously transmit and receive data. Term, full mesh topology. Definition, a network topology that directly connects every site to every other site. Term, General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. Definition, a comprehensive data protection law in the European Union that sets guidelines for the collection, processing, and storage of personal data to ensure privacy and security. Term, Generic Routing Encapsulation, GRE. Definition, a tunneling protocol used to encapsulate a wide variety of network layer protocols inside virtual point-to-point links or point-to-multipoint links over an IP network. Term, Geofencing. Definition, a virtual perimeter of a geographic area. For example, a wireless geofence boundary around a data center could send an alarm if equipment leaves the perimeter. Term, Giants. Definition, data packets that exceed the maximum allowable size for the network media. This is typically 1518 bytes for Ethernet networks. Giants can result from faulty hardware, misconfigurations, or software failures. Term, Graphical User Interface, GUI. Definition, a user interface that allows interaction with software through graphical elements like buttons, icons, and menus, rather than text-based commands. Term, Guest Network. Definition, a separate, isolated Wi-Fi network created within an existing network to provide internet access to visitors without granting them access to the main network's resources and devices. Term, Half Duplex. Definition, a connection that allows a device to either receive or transmit data at any one time. However, a half-duplex device cannot simultaneously transmit and receive. Term, Hardware Asset Inventory. Definition, a comprehensive list of all physical hardware devices within a network, including servers, switches, routers, and end-user devices. Term, Heat Map. Definition, a visual representation that uses color gradients to illustrate wireless data intensity or distribution across a geographic area or space, often used to depict metrics like network signal strength or user activity. Term, HoneyNet. Definition, a network of decoy servers and systems designed to attract, detect, and analyze cyber attackers by mimicking real network environments, helping to study attack methods and gather intelligence. Term, honeypot. Definition, a system that appears to be an attractive attack target to entice attackers into thinking the system is real. The attackers then use their resources to attack the honeypot and leave the real servers alone. Term, hot site. Definition, a redundant data center location that is ready to replace a failed data center with little to no time or effort. Term, hub and spoke topology. Definition, a network topology used to interconnect multiple sites, for example, multiple corporate locations, via WAN links, with a WAN link from each remote site, a spoke site, to the main site, the hub site. Term, humidity. Definition, the concentration of water vapor present in the air. Network devices specify optimum humidity values to ensure they are not damaged. Term, hybrid. Definition, a network structure that combines two or more different types of network topologies, such as star, ring, or bus, to take advantage of their respective strengths and minimize weaknesses. Term, hybrid cloud. Definition, an environment that features private cloud services, some of which interact with public clouds. Term, Hypertext Transfer Protocol, HTTP. Definition, an insecure protocol for retrieving HTML and other files over an IP network. HTTP is the basis for the Internet as we know it today. Term: Hypertext Transfer Protocol Secure, HTTPS. Definition: a protocol for securing web traffic over the Internet by using Secure Socket Layer, SSL, and Transport Layer Security, TLS, technology. Term: Identity and Access Management, or IAM. Definition: a framework of policies, processes, and technologies that ensures the right individuals have appropriate access to technology resources, protecting and managing user identities and privileges within an organization. Term: ifconfig. Definition: a command used to display IP address configuration parameters on a Unix/Linux system. Term: in-band management. Definition: management traffic that is sent on the same paths and equipment as data traffic. Term: industrial control system, ICS. Definition: an integrated set of hardware and software used to monitor, control, and automate industrial processes, such as manufacturing, power generation, and water treatment. Term: industrial Internet of Things, IIoT. Definition: the use of interconnected sensors, devices, and machinery within industrial settings to collect, exchange, and analyze data, improving operational efficiency, productivity, and decision-making. Term: Infrastructure as a Service, IaaS. Definition: a cloud service model in which the company rents virtualized servers, which are hosted by a service provider, and runs specific applications on those servers. Term: Infrastructure as Code, IAC. Definition: a cloud capability that makes it possible to easily automate and even orchestrate common networking tasks that used to take weeks or months to carry out on physical servers. Term: Infrastructure mode. Definition: a network configuration where wireless devices communicate with each other through an access point, which serves as a central hub for data transmission and network management. Term: intake. Definition: a vent or opening through which cool air is drawn into the device to dissipate heat generated by its components, ensuring proper thermal management and preventing overheating. Term: interference. Definition: in networking, the disruptive modification of a signal as it travels along a communication channel between source and receiver. The term is often used to refer to the addition of unwanted signals during a useful and expected signal. A common example is radar impacting a Wi-Fi LAN that receives unwanted radar signals. Term: intermediate distribution frame. Definition: a network distribution point where cables from end-user devices connect to the main distribution frame, facilitating the organization and management of network connections within a building or campus. Term: Internet Control Message Protocol, ICMP. Definition: a transport layer protocol used by utilities such as ping and traceroute. Term: Internet Gateway. Definition: a horizontally scalable and highly available virtual gateway service that facilitates secure bidirectional communication between resources within an AWS virtual private cloud and the Internet, allowing for seamless connectivity and data transfer while enforcing customizable access control policies. Term: Internet Key Exchange, IK. Definition: a protocol used to set up a secure, authenticated communication channel between two devices by negotiating, creating, and managing encryption keys for IPsec VPNs. Term: Internet Layer. Definition: the layer of the TCP/IP stack that maps to Layer 3, the network layer, of the OSI model. Although multiple routed protocols, for example IPv4 and IPv6, may reside at the OSI model's network layer, the Internet layer of the TCP/IP stack focuses on IP as the protocol to be routed through a network. Term: Internet of Things, IoT. Definition: a network of physical objects, things, that possess embedded sensors, software, and other technologies for the purpose of exchanging data with other devices and systems, Often, the connectivity is with devices over the Internet. These devices are often called smart devices. Term: Internet Protocol, or IP. Definition: a set of rules governing the format of data sent over the Internet or other networks, enabling devices to communicate with each other by routing packets of information to their destination addresses. Term: Internet Protocol Security, IPsec. Definition: a complex suite of protocols that is used to create secured connections between network systems. Term: Intrusion Detection System, IDS. Definition: a system that seeks to alert administrators regarding a cybersecurity attack, but that typically does not prevent the attack through its own actions. Term: Intrusion Prevention System, IPS. Definition: a system that seeks to recognize attack traffic and prevent that traffic from entering a network or devices. Term: IP. Definition: a command used to assign an address to a network interface or configure network interface parameters in Linux systems. It replaces the ifconfig command in modern Linux versions. Thank you for watching. Learn more with uCertify.